A hero is someone who is admired for their courageous and noble achievements that they have left on the world, or in this case, the city. Courage can be shown through those that are firemen and then later called heroes. But being an American hero is sometimes generalized as being a war veteran or a successful businessman. Now, you may ask, who is Richard Caliguiri? Serving as the mayor of Pittsburgh for 11 years, from 1977 to 1988, Richard Caliguiri left an enduring impact on the city and its people. You know the Pittsburgh Great Race that still takes place today? It was spawned by Richard Caliguiri, and many people participate in it. He stood by the people's opinions and truly wanted what was best for the city. A defender once asked, "What happened to Pittsburgh? What went wrong?" He simply responded with, "I think I know. I think you know. It has no leadership." He recognized that Pittsburgh needed a leader, and he was going to take that position. Not only was Caliguiri the head of Pittsburgh, but he also faced many challenges while he transformed the city from a steel town into one of the most substantial metropolitan areas in America. In doing this, he listened to the people's opinions and he was genuinely concerned about their issues. Richard Caliguiri became the mayor in 1977 and served 3 terms until his death in 1988. With more than 76% of the vote, he was re-elected 2 times due to his strong popularity, even during a depression within the city. During this time, unemployment rates had risen up to 19%, the city had lost more than 75,000 jobs, and the Gulf Oil Corporation had experienced a departure. After he led the city for 11 years, the unemployment rate had decreased to less than 7%. Caliguiri fully believed in politics as being local. Therefore, he spent his time wisely without being caught up in the fame. He maintained the sort of politician with a low profile instead of having a big-name personality. He created a relationship with the private sector that would be the envy of any other city mayor and would regularly encounter some of the highest-ranking labor, academic, and business leaders in the United States. Richard was credited with taking the city's metamorphosis from a wilting smokestack into a metropolis. Downtown Pittsburgh was remodeled into an area of several major corporate headquarters with great successes in future years. Losing its nickname as Steel City, Pittsburgh's now progressive, technically oriented city is now one of the most lively cities. Most of Richard Caliguiri's successes originated from his reconstruction of the city from steel mills to an improved metropolitan core. Focusing on reshaping the city's skyline, he began pushing Renaissance 2, which would build both new and public-private buildings in downtown Pittsburgh during the late 20th century. The Golden Triangle had been deteriorating since Renaissance 1, which emerged from the former mayor, David L. Lawrence. During his tenure, he administrated the establishment of PPG Place, the BNY Mellon Building, and One Oxford Center. A plethora of buildings and companies were founded, especially on Grant Street, the main business corridor in the Steel City. Furthermore, the building boom brought a new cultural district that made changes to buildings that now have the finest architecture and a subway system to the city. There were many compromises that were created to bring new projects to areas along the Monongahela River, including Station Square, a popular outdoor and indoor entertainment complex. Additionally, he settled on taking obsolete steel mills and remodeled them into office parks. Another main target of Caliguiri was to bring high technology and computer concerns to Pittsburgh since the steel industry was dwindling. Leading the city into a coalition with Carnegie Mellon University and the University of Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh Technology Center was fabricated, which housed many technological concerns. With the addition of more technology, it attracted more businesses and industries, which allowed for more diverse changes to be made to the city. Practicing the public-private partnership, Richard was able to make major corporations work with the city. He was open-minded to work with big businesses, and he knew what it would take to make it work. For example, he was able to bring the U.S. Council of Mayors to come to Pittsburgh, and they were pleasantly surprised with the city. My aunt even said,
Because everyone perceived Pittsburgh as a smoky city. They came here and they saw just the opposite. The view, it tells it all when you come through the tunnel and you see that view, that panoramic view. What do you think? Aren't you proud to be from Pittsburgh when you see just that view alone?
One of Richard's prominent focuses while in office was making sure that all of the people of the city were satisfied and that their voices were heard. When he first married my aunt, Caliguiri was a Parks and Recreation director in the city. He was already successful within the community in helping others. He also was the president of the city council when Flaherty left office to go to Washington, D.C.
He never thought he was better than anyone else. He always was able to come down to everyone's level. He never talked beneath them. He never talked down to someone. He always talked at their level.
Whenever a person encountered a problem or issue, he would directly address the person's difficulty. The problems were handled so easily because Caliguiri was really concerned about the well-being of all of his citizens. He even stated, "If you wake up in the morning and you need a mayor, call me." His wife said,
He took the position as being a mayor. It wasn't a job for him. It was something he loved to do. He enjoyed to go to work every day. He enjoyed working with the people. I had to hound him to take a vacation.
While in office, Caliguiri had revived a steady practice of retaining relationships with his Pittsburgh citizens that had voted him into office 3 times. Rather than taking the invite to exclusive events, he would visit the top 55 ethnic neighborhoods in the city of Pittsburgh almost weekly. He would converse with residents of the town and discuss their problems and took place in their special moments.
He worked every day until the day he died. Yeah. He went to work the day he died.
In addition to his personality, the Pittsburgh Great Race is just one of the many long-standing traditions that Caliguiri spawned that still takes place today. Not only did Richard Caliguiri face many challenges during his time in office, he also faced the inevitable challenge of death. From the incurable disease of amyloidosis, Richard suffered a painful and sudden death on May 6, 1988. Amyloidosis, a disease that attacks the body's tissues and organs, caused his heart to fail at a Shadyside hospital in the middle of the night. But, still not giving up, Caliguiri vowed to fight his illness and continue leading the city, even after informing his citizens of his disease 7 months prior to his death. For more than a year, he had to divide his time between making hospital visits and going to his main work location at City Hall. Caliguiri was even willing to serve a 4th term in office in 1989, proving that he was passionate about his career and did not want to give up. He also had to face the challenge of keeping his illness a secret so that it would not be leaked to the press. Apparently, he even kept his amyloidosis from his mother and kids so that it would not upset them. Someone happened to leak about the illness, causing controversy among residents all over the city. Although he was still around his family a lot, he was very committed to his job and loved working, with or without a deadly disease. As you can see, Richard Caliguiri really changed the city of Pittsburgh forever. His achievements as serving as a mayor, reconstructing the city, and accepting challenges made him very likable and caused him to basically revise the whole world. In my opinion, that is what it means to be an American. It means that even when we come in contact with battles, we will fight past them. It means that you'll put yourself out there and maybe even put yourself at risk to earn something great. But overall, it means more than saying just the Pledge of Allegiance or celebrating the 4th of July, and I hope my film really proved that to you. Likewise, everyone has their definition of a hero. My uncle is my definition of a hero, and he inspires me to reach for my goals and never give up. A wise man once said, "Not all heroes wear capes." This quote really says the truth. All in all, your hero does not have to be someone great or someone special, but to me, it's someone bold and genuine, like my uncle, Richard Caliguiri.